half her age. I bet it was after a promotion.
Oh, will that girl never learn? She's been messing up her life for more years than I care to remember.
I'm going to have to get on the phone and order some more papers. We'll be out of these by mid-morning.
Mind you, she has been away in London for an awfully long time.
Are you condoning it?
No, I am not. I'm simply saying that long-distance marriages seem incapable of lasting these days. Oh, you stupid girl.
Steph! You'll never believe this. Come and have a look.
What's all this then?
Gloria Pollard and her researcher. They've been having an affair. This was taken right outside my cafe by the village hall. She was snogging him in broad daylight.
Well, well, well.
A whole day listening to the villagers whinge. It's no picnic being an MP.
In my experience, they never turn up. I should be in the pub by lunchtime.
Ah, wish I could say the same. Got meetings best part of the day.
I'm sure you'll cool.
Oh, like that. Hey! And about time, too. People want to read them over breakfast, not supper. Yeah, you might need this to read if things are going to be that bad.
Oh, thank you, darling. See you tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love you too, darling, so much. I can't wait to see you. Yeah. Oh, OK. Bye. Bye. Mwah. That was Tricia. She's coming home in a few weeks. Mid-December, she says.
Oh, Marlon, that's wonderful news.
Must have been going mad with her over there.
Yeah, we noticed.
How am I going to tell her about Victoria Cottage?
Well, does she know that Alan's selling it?
I couldn't bring myself to tell her. Where are we going to live?
Well, you best put your thinking cap on, hadn't you, huh?
Maybe she could join us here. I'm sure she probably wouldn't mind sharing a place that much.
I'm sorry, Marlon, love, that there just isn't the room. We're fit to burst as it is.
Yeah, but, I mean, if she came along...
No, not even for another dingle. There's no room.
How are we going to find somewhere cheap enough?
Look, you've got a few weeks, just stop banging on.
I want to get it sorted now. I want her to prepare the place for her.
Yeah? You better start taking your mind off charge then, aren't you? And then when Tricia gets back, you might start remembering where your priorities lie.
Good morning, everybody. And there was me thinking you'd all have far more exciting things to do than spend time talking to me. Right, then. Shall we go inside?
Well, that's the last thing I expected to read this morning.
Oh, can you blame her, though? If I had a choice between Pollard and this Hillary bloke...
I saw quite a lot of him at the B&B. He seemed to have such a nice... Poor Eric.
Never knows what kind of a mood he's going to be in this morning.
Probably won't bother coming in.
Well, she's seeing constituents all day. I saw a notice outside the shop.
What's the matter with you, then? Aren't you shocked?
Live and let live. That's my motto. Mind, he wants his eyes tested. If Gloria Pollard floats his boat.
Morning, all.
Morning, Eric.
Aha. What's this? Reading when you should be working.
Sorry, no, we were just,
Enjoying a sky. Things don't change, do they?
Everything all right, is it, Mr. Pollard?
Do you know, I can honestly say I've really felt better. Right, I've got an appointment in 5 minutes with a client, so I'd better get on.
He doesn't even know.
Don't you think we should tell him?
No.
Can we?
Rest assured. How long have you been waiting?
2 hours.
Are you joking? Sorry, busy shop to run.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Actually, I think you'll find there are quite a few people ahead of you. No.
£2 says he'll flick through and see it in the next 5 minutes.
Oh, this is unbearable.
How's he got through a whole morning without seeing it?
He has been to back-to-back meetings. What do you expect?
Even so, I'm surprised none of his clients has mentioned it.
Well, maybe none of his clients have seen the newspaper. Here we go.
About time, too.
There must be somewhere in this village we can live. How can everywhere be taken?
I'm sure we can squeeze into one at Pigsties.
I can't have her coming home to no home.
Have you thought about the B&B? Alan is her granddad.
Yeah, and Steph's her mum.
Hey, what about Pear Tree Cottage?
What, is it empty?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, owned by a Tate. How are they going to rent it to a dingle, is she? Huh?
Guess who's gone racing up to the factory as fast as her cheating legs will carry her?
Oh, you gave her a push, did you?
It's our money she's using for their love nest.
Zoe? Hello? Food okay?
Fish was a little overcooked, but it was edible.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, well, will you try not to poison our customers? I mean...
Was there a point to this, Marlon?
Was there a... Well, now you mention it, I just spoke to Trish earlier, and she's coming home soon, so, hey!
Hey, plenty of surprises for when she gets back.
Yeah. Not least of which we've nowhere to live. So, I was kind of wondering about Pear Tree Cottage.
You honestly expect me to let you live in one of my houses?
Well, it's more for Tricia, really. You've always said you liked her, and I know she'd absolutely love the house.
Yes, I'm sure she would.
As would I, naturally.
It's just one little problem.
Huh?
I wouldn't rent you so much as a shed.
I can't stand it any longer.
Eric, are you all right? He'll be all right, Shell. You get back to work. I'll look after him.
But...
No buts. Go on. Oh, Eric. I wanted to tell you earlier, but you've been so busy in meetings.
It's just not possible. Gloria wouldn't. I mean, she couldn't do that to me.
Well, if you say so. OK. It looks like they're snogging in the picture, but you know her better than anybody.
They've got it wrong. I mean, Hilary is gay.
What makes you say that?
Well, he looks gay. And Gloria said...
Oh, call me old-fashioned, Eric. But I don't think gay guys get off by sticking their tongues down old ladies' throats.
I can't believe it. I won't believe it.
Eric? Are you all right?
Please tell me this isn't true, Gloria.
No, it's not. It was a simple farewell kiss before Hilary headed back to London.
Does that look like a simple farewell kiss to you?
That picture makes it look a lot worse than it was. I just put my hand out for balance.
Look me in the eye and swear to me that nothing went on between the two of you. Get in the car. We're going home.
Right.
Well, go on then. I won't be back for the rest of the day.
Don't worry about the factory, Eric. I can manage.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. You look like you've got enough problems as it is.
And I had to find out from this sordid little rag. How do you think that makes me feel?
Please, Eric, you have to forgive me. It was just a fling, a moment of madness. A one-off, nothing like it says in there.
Oh. And that makes everything all right, does it?
No, of course it doesn't. I held him off for ages. He'd been coming on to me for a while, and I said no, repeatedly. Really, I did.
Until you could resist his charms no longer.
Until Rodney told me you were sleeping with Steph. How do you think that made me feel?
Don't push the blame onto me. I wasn't the one that's having the affair.
No, but it seemed like it. I was so lost, so low.
So you sought comfort in his arms.
I thought I'd lost you.
No wonder he came up here so quickly. Couldn't wait to rub my face in it.
No.
I'd even sorted him out an office. So I could spend more time with you. And all the while this is going on, you and I.
I don't love him.
I don't care. It's obvious you don't love me.
I do. Eric. Eric, I do. Please, I'm so sorry.
So am I. Sorry we ever thought your career in politics would be good for our marriage. It's brought us nothing but disaster.
I tried. It was me that made him go. I realized I'd made a mistake, that I want to be with you. How did we spend yesterday afternoon? In bed, wonderfully united, you and me, just as it should be.
Until you popped out. You'd say anything to save your skin. A politician through and through.
Eric!
How can you stand there and expect me to believe these lies?
You must believe me. I've told you the truth. I feel nothing for Hillary. I love you. Please, Eric. I'm so sorry.
Edna, I was right. I'm clean out of newspapers, and that's after ordering extra.
Bully for you.
Bring us another coffee, Edna.
What did your last slave die of?
Oh, that reminds me. I saw Len earlier. He reckons you still haven't given him his hard labour after winning him in the auction.
I did not win him. Betty Eggleton did the bidding on my quite unwilling behalf.
Not what I heard. If someone bought me a man, he would be working his socks off. You could have him in overalls, Edna. Drill in one hand, dustbuster in the other.
Unlike you, Viv-Ho, I don't need a man around to get through the day.
Oh, come on, Edna. You like him, really. Go on, admit it.
No, I'll admit no such thing.
You don't need to be shy. You know, I reckon he'd even be up for it. What do you reckon, Jarvis?
I'm keeping out of it.
You do right. I came in here for a nice, quiet cup of tea, not to be made fun of.
Eric? Oh. I just came to see how you are.
Oh, very kind.
Yes, very kind. Or have you come to look at what your handiwork has done?
I don't know what you mean.
Funny, though, how after I refuse your attempt to blackmail me, this happens.
What are you saying?
Your caring cockney here found out about Hillary and tried to blackmail me.
Is this true?
Of course not. I don't know where you get your warped ideas from, but this mess is of your own doing. My concern is for Eric.
Your only concern is for yourself. Now, get out of my house.
Get your hands off me!
Hey!
The last person we need poking a nose in here is an evil, manipulating con artist like you.
That's enough! You've done enough damage without dragging Stephanie into this.
You don't understand what she's capable of.
No, I didn't understand what you were capable of. And now that I do know, I want you out of here. And don't come back.
Of course Zoe's turned you down. She knows you've been helping charity.
I'm desperate, Paddy. I wouldn't ask you to get involved otherwise.
How am I getting involved?
Could you just have a word with her for me, please? Try and get her to change her mind.
Come on.
Oh, but she listens to you. Come on, mate, please. You're my only hope.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Well, just tell her that, you know, me supporting charity is nothing personal. I'd done the same thing for Zoe if she'd been accused of something she didn't do.
Could you afford the rent?
As long as it's the going rate. Trisha's been used to the high life in India. I can't be coming back here to a bed sit.
Go on, then.
Oh!
I'm not promising anything.
Oh, come here. I owe you big time. Big time.
Falling in them debts one of these days.
Viv were only joking, you know.
Oh, I've had it up to here with her today. If she's not gossiping about Gloria, she's trying to embarrass me in public.
What's really the matter?
Nothing.
Look, slave auction were only a bit of fun to Health Historical Society. If you won Len, then he's your slave by rights. Getting him to do a few odd jobs for you don't mean out.
I do not want him doing any jobs for me. Now, will you stop going on about it?
He's worried that you're coping too well.
How could I do that?
Just not letting it out, bottling up your real feelings.
Is that what you said?
I'm his mother, Siobhan, we talk.
Just want to get back to normal. Not rake over the past every 5 minutes.
But you've had a loss.
I've had a miscarriage.
It's still a loss. We all need to let out our grief.
Yeah. Well, maybe I don't feel any. Maybe I think it was a good thing.
I beg your pardon?
We didn't want a kid yet. We're
We're both still young. Neither of us are ready to be tied down.
A baby isn't a tie.
And it isn't the be-all and end-all either. So, why don't you do me a favour, eh? Save the sanctimony for Paul. Not in the mood for a sermon.
Yes, Gloria, what can I get you? 2 large brandies, please.
Sure.
Are you okay?
I'd rather not talk about it if it's all the same to you.
Yes, of course. None of my business, really.
Good. Glad we got that settled. Oh, for heaven's sake, Edna, just don't, all right? Just don't say anything. Here we are. Thank you.
I think it's hit me harder than Siobhan. I'm devastated, Dad. We're given life to something and it was taken away.
Things like this happen when something's not right. That's the way you look at it. It'll be fine next time. It will.
Can I join you?
I'd rather you didn't.
Look, I was hoping I'd find you today.
Why? So you could lecture me on permissiveness and the sanctity of marriage?
No. Although you must admit, we've done a very stupid thing, Gloria Pollard. Look, wouldn't you be better off somewhere more private? The last thing you need is for a pub full of people to be watching you drown your sorrows.
Oh, no, not again. I've had reporters hounding me all afternoon. I can't bear it. Why don't they leave me alone?
Come home with me, Gloria.
No. Thank you, I'm all right here.
I didn't think you'd want to come in here again.
Why not? Have as much right as anyone. Anyway, I can't believe that you want me to rent to Marlon.
Well, so he's really worried that Trish is going to get back and they're not going to have a place.
So? I'm really worried that my brother's murder is going to get away with, and not without a little help from Marlon.
So that's a completely different issue. And anyway, you know that Marlon's not going to be helping Charity to get you, and he's a nice chap anyway.
Why are you doing all his dirty work all of a sudden?
Because he's like family to me, and you know he is. Can you not just think of him as my mate rather than Charity?
Give me one good reason why I should.
All right, then. Because I'm really worried that him and Tricia will end up wanting to stay with me and Emily. And I don't think I could bear it.
Go on, then. But I am doing it to help you, not him.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
Really
there'll be no reduced rent, either.
No, I'll tell him.
I've had everyone in here this afternoon except him and her.
Sorry?
Eric and Gloria. I want to know what's happened since I showed her the paper.
Well, Gloria's in the pub, Viv.
What now?
But I really don't think she needs people pestering her just at the minute.
Emily, I'm going to pop out for a bit.
I thought we were happy together. I thought when we got married, I'd finally arrived. All those uncertainties and wrongdoing behind me.
And then she betrays you for a bloke half your age.
How could she do it, Steph? It was all going on under my nose and I didn't even see it. Did you see it? Did everybody else know?
I can honestly say I never had a clue. But I tell you this. You've been a good friend to me ever since I came to this village. Oh, it makes me so mad to see a decent man made a fool of like that.
She must have been so unhappy with me.
Oh, don't start seeing her side of things. You did the right thing, chucking her out. She didn't care for you. She'd never have told you if the press hadn't got onto it.
I know. I know, you're right.
I mean, look at the state of you. You've got to forget about her and move on. And don't you worry about being on your own. I'll be here for you. Every step of the way.
Thank you.
It was genuinely over, you know, Edna. I was kissing him goodbye.
But you do admit that you were having an affair before that.
What's an affair? We slept together for one night, a night when I thought my marriage was over.
Are you saying that infidelity doesn't count unless it's ongoing?
No. No, of course not, but I was. Very lonely. Look at me now. Not going to have much of a reputation from today onwards, am I? Back to nothing. That's where I'm going. And poor Eric. I never meant to hurt him, really, I didn't.
Hi, love. You want a drink?
All right, love.
Yeah, fine. Are you?
How'd your mum round earlier?
Yeah, I know. She said you were going to call.
I didn't mean to say what I said. It just came out. I don't think it was a blessing, and I do care about what happened.
Hey, it's all right. Look, if things got a bit heated, I'm sure she wasn't offended. It's good for you to get things out.
Yeah, isn't it?
Afternoon, Gloria.
Afternoon.
So, what did Eric have to say then? Took it all in his stride, I dare say. What were the things he's got up to in his time?
Will you just get out of our sight? The last thing that Gloria needs is you fishing for gossip.
Public house. If you don't like it, clear off.
I really do think that we should go home.
Yes, maybe you're right. I really do love him, you know. We belong together. He's my soulmate.
Do you really think that that's true?
I can't let him go. Not like this, I can't. Do you think there's a chance, just a small chance, I can put things right?
Come on, Gloria. I've got a nice warm fire at home.